Sorry about the end of that last video. I got some loud neighbors that are doing some things with I don't know, tow trucks and all kinds of stuff. But I want to talk again about. I was starting to talk about the courts, but I'm going to go back to the fetches, the Similk rubs to take your place. This is kind of one of the big possible themes that you could do in a game to kind of try to reclaim your old life and to either kill your fetch or make an agreement with it or trick it, destroy it. Because really, a fetch, all it is just piles of junk connected by glamour. And it does have, they're called the echoes. They basically have, magic they can use against you. Um, you can also torment your hedge, or your no, you can torment your fetch via dreams, and that's another way you can do a changeling game, because the stuff of dreams is from Arcadia. There's great beauty, and uh, that's where some of the dreams come from. The true fae can also mess with people's dreams and twist people via their dreams. And that's why the changelings have that ability to affect people's dreams, because the fae do, the true fae. So you can, some just major things you can do in a campaign is try to reclaim your family, and then kind of live in stealth mode if you manage to get rid of your fetch and try to move back into your family. You can try to tell them the truth, which probably won't work very well, and they see the differences in you, even if you do tell the truth. You can try to, maybe the fetch is just too powerful, you can't defeat them. You might be able to find someone in the freehold that can take them out for you, but they're going to want something in return. Everything, you pay for something, you get something, it's give and take and everything. So if you're going to try to kill your fetch, that can be a very big part of the campaign. Or maybe you don't want to ruin the family, because maybe the fetch is living your life better than you would. So maybe you decide that, I'm not going to do that to my family. I'm just going to take another life. I'm going to take another name. I'm going to move to another city. Maybe not move to another city, because you probably still want to interact with your family, especially if you were taken like when you were 10 or 12 as a child. You see, if you can't have your family like you did, maybe you can have your family as a stranger. Maybe you can interact with them that way. Maybe some social function, maybe some church potluck dinner. You come up to your family like a stranger and just interact with them that way. There's all kinds of things you can do with your family, but you might not want to do that. In the game, there's a thing about dreams, where you can influence dreams, take glamour from dreams, make dreams from nothing. And some of the rules for the dreams are a bit much. I'm more of a rules-lite guy, and I've always kind of felt that the World of Darkness is a very simple setting, or very simple system at the core, and then they kind of dump stuff on top of it. I don't always like the stuff that's dumped on top of it. Like, I really like the new World of Darkness rules, and I think they're very flexible. It's almost a generic game in how it's set up. And some of the changing rules on top of it, like what you have to roll for specific things, they're a little bit much sometimes. So when I run it, I'm gonna make dreams easier. I might even give out some of the dream contracts for free. Um, there's several groupings of contracts that are general contracts that any character can take. Um, Dream is one of them, and I think I'm just gonna give them some free dots in that, and I'm just gonna make dreams and influencing dreams and making dreams more story game like where the characters can really just influence things, mainly by their own creativity and imagination. And I hope they really like that. Kind of like the Willy Wonka thing. The land of my creation. That's basically what the dreams are going to be. Uh, so dreams, fetches, interacting with the strange baddies of the World of Darkness if you want to interject them. The hobgoblins of the hedge. Changelings that go crazy. Maybe they live in the hedge, maybe they don't. There's exiled true fae that for whatever reason are kicked out of Arcadia, that are lesser in power, but maybe they're exiled in the hedge or in the real world. There's lots of possible antagonists for this game, and that's good. Nice little mix of things. Like, I don't know if I'd use all of them, because that might be kind of like, ooh, who's the monster of the week, But I definitely think that, 2 or 3 different things, 4 different things can work very well in a game, especially if there's layered politics involved. And changelings are better at politics than, say, smash and grab. Um, they're less violent. Well, I guess some of them, or most of them, are less violent. There's definitely the ogres that destroy things and eat things. Maybe they're not so gentle. Um, Now, but back to the courts. There's 4 courts that revolve every 3 months during the seasons, and they have different emotions and different contracts associated with them. So the spring court is desire. They deny despair and replace it with hope, which is kind of a nice theme. They fulfill their desires with style, grace. They like art, music. Um, they basically try to deny the gentry. That's another name for the true fae. Power over them by just basically just destroying them and warping them, making them what they weren't before. The Spring Court believes that there is a metaphysical power to joy, so they try to be as happy as possible. That's harder. It's easier to say than to do it at times, but they try to really live that way. They want to try to leave the past behind and start new lives. They're probably less likely to try to get back with their family than some of the other court, but they really just try to start new lives and start over. There's lots of observances and parties. There's the spring revel and homecoming and things like that. Colors are usually like blue and green. Basically they give in to their desires, so lust, greed, hunger, and they try to help mortals' desires too. So, and also art. They try to inspire art. Summer court, their emotion is wrath. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back to the spring court. The spring court has vainglory, which is their contract, I think. Summer court, their emotion is wrath. They fight recapture with a passion. These are your fighters, the people that are going to die before being taken back to Arcadia fighting. They believe in success through life by strength. Strength in numbers to protect changelings and society in general. They usually have good physical skills. There's lots of physical gatherings and contests. Excuse me. There's usually contests, and they try to kind of evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of the other courts. Colors usually green and red. And the idea of the contest is they try to burn away their wrath. They give it kind of a constructive means to get rid of it. They soak in anger. They love anger in people, so they'll hang out in like rush hour traffic and hang out with everybody. The autumn court, kind of think that the curse is a gift. They love magic, and they kind of revel in fear, the fear of others. They try to live vicariously through other people's fear. They like to seek out magical places like the trods and the power places in the hedge. They usually use subtle solutions to problems, not necessarily like the summer court, which would bash you over the face. They use minimum force for the max results. They seek knowledge, and they're very curious. They travel more, search, and explore. Inquisitive. They try to make new contracts, which is possible. They explore the world of darkness more and interact with the different creatures. Try to kind of glean if the true fae have anything to do with it. They slightly miss fae magic. That's kind of one of the things that they're kind of sad about. And they want to fight the true fae with the true fae's own magic. They seek alternative solutions to problems. They have different fairs, and they sell things. They usually have more of a focus on magic and magical items. Those are called tokens or trifles. Trifles are kind of like one-shot items. They like to, basically just infect people with fear and to scare them. They try to use their own fears to benefit them and to harvest the emotions of fears and mortals. I'm going to do winter in the next section.